Alrighty, so in an attempt to keep the recording juices flowing, but change of pace, do something a little bit different, I'm gonna do a, for lack of a better word, unboxing video tonight. Going full YouTube shill, what can I say? So one of the guys in one of the chats, there's many chats, has been harping on about Conquest recently from Parabellum Games. This is a game I dabbled in years ago when it first came out, kind of just went by the by, all that sort of thing, as these things do. But it got me curious because I hadn't looked at it in a while, so I had a look, and neck minute I'm making purchases, you know what I mean. It's a dangerous game. So without fucking too much waffle, picked up myself one of these bad boys. This is the First Blood starter box for the City States faction. Conquest has two games, I guess. So Last Argument of Kings is the big one that they came out with originally, which is like mass battle game type thing, rank and flank. First Blood is like a skirmish sort of thing. So this is like a little skirmishy force, but the beauty of it is you can add these models into a bigger army to make, you know, a full army for Argument of Kings later on. So I know next to nothing about First Blood or modern Conquest, what it's about, that sort of thing. I haven't played in a long time. I was just excited to buy toys. So first impressions, I guess. Nice big ass box. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, as big as it is. So what we're getting in the box, nice varied sort of thing. A couple of characters, some Mr. Tumnus looking motherfuckers, big old bull, Greeks, more Mr. Tumnuses. Nice varied selection of stuff. So if you just wanted to pick this up for something to paint, that kind of thing, beautiful, nice and fun. From what I understand, it's a very balanced sort of game anyway, so these boxes are all designed to be balanced against each other, that sort of thing. But yeah, cost me I think 80 pictures of King Charles III, so not too bad, you know, and then a tenner for shipping from Emerald Games, very nice. So let's get into it. It's just me dropping shit. I really should have got a tripod for this fucking phone. Alright, so comes with all your little pamphlets of like how to create different formations and stuff in the game. Like I said, I haven't played this, so I don't know anything about it. I just wanted to review the actual product itself because I don't actually buy too many miniatures these days, so when I do, it's a bit of a special occasion for me, what can I say. So little quick start guide, very nice, all looking good. I'm obviously not going to stop and read any of this, but yep. You know, I do love a game that comes with like quick start rules, not just like here's a big fucking rule book and if you want to play anything you got to read 300 pages. Quick start is always nice, especially for a small box like this. Now the important stuff, the models. All right, so jam-packed sprues. Like, now Conquest's models are much bigger than your standard 28mm Games Workshop-y type stuff. Now I went for the City States faction because I fucking love hoplites, man. Like, who doesn't love like a phalanx and stuff like that? But I wanted some of their newer stuff because when I got into the game originally, the models, look, they were lacking a bit. They needed a bit of love. They looked great, like the aesthetic and all that, but details weren't super sharp, all that kind of thing. Like, you know, it needed work. And holy shit, looking at these things, they've come a long way. Like, look at the detailing on like the shields and stuff, these horns, all that kind of thing. Like, this is honestly, I'd say it's on par with Games Workshop stuff. Like, it's really nice. Not too many pieces as well, which I'm a big fan of. Like, one of my biggest gripes with modern plastics from Games Workshop is 500 fucking pieces to build whatever. Like, it just does my head in. And then like a Space Marine or something, be like 13 pieces and it makes one pose and you can't change the pose. Like, just give me 3 pieces then if I can't change the pose. It's fucking stupid. But that's just a gripe for another video. But yeah, no, I am liking the look of these boys. Look at those swords, man. They're fucking sexy. Very nice. So I wanted to do like a small little thing. There's a slow grow for Conquest starting up early next year in Brizzy. If anyone's keen, like, send me a message and I'll get you in touch with the guys running that. So I wanted something that I can start slowly, get a little bit of a head start on that, but really lavish some attention to detail on the paintwork for this, because I've painted quite a lot of fantasy stuff this year. Basically, a whole high elf army, a little bit of chaos, a whole Khorne demons army, and some 30k stuff interspersed between there as well. So I'm sort of, I churned through quite a lot, and you know, definitely not to my usual standard, because it was like getting it done for events, or just I'm getting over painting it, so just get it fucking done, that sort of thing. Which, you know, there's a time and place for that, but I'm ready to spend a little bit more time on some models, especially something like this. The models are quite big. Yeah, I don't know what scale it is actually. Like, you know, it's big. It's bigger than 32 mil heroic even. So I actually haven't got a clue. They're big boys, but the detail is so good, and you could actually really lend yourself to spending more time on these. And you know, for a little box like this, it's only 15 models, like easy. You know, not a big deal. So it's just more Mr. Tumnuses. And then we got this big bitch. This is one of the Minotaurs. There's two types. There's like a hand weapon and shield, and then there's a big two-handed hammer sort of thing. Oh, I do love that spike mace. That's very nice. Ooh, I don't know which option I'm going to go for with that, but that's great. Awesome stuff. Now these are the bases that Conquest come with. So like, think these are quite small compared to like, you got to get 4 very big miniatures on these, but they've started doing this where you've got little magnet slots already in there. That's just modern fucking manufacturing thinking, you know what I mean? Like, we all do it, we all magnetize our stuff, so they're just giving us agency to actually just do it without having to fuck around with stupid shit. So fucking hat off to you, Parabellum, that was smart. You know, so all of this crap. We've got a couple of resin characters in here. I can't remember the names of these ones, very Greek sounding names, but that is some high caliber resin. Look at that shield, that is delish. Yeah, these are going to take me ages to paint, not gonna lie. There's a lot of detail, and there's a lot of like little mechanical looking bits. Very nice. There's the other one. Yeah, look at that sort of Medusa style shield. These are hot. These are really hot. Yeah, I might have to try some like non-metallic metal on these or something. That could be really good. But yeah, what have we got? Assembly instructions, cards with a fucking QR code. Jesus Christ, like I'm ordering a beer. I'm not the biggest fan. Now this is one gripe I do have. I get any game, not just this game. I hate cards, I hate tokens, I hate all that shit. Anything where I've got to put extra crap on a battlefield where it's not like miniatures, you know what I mean? I just want my army. I don't even like rolling my dice on the table if I can avoid it. I put a little dice tray to the side. I like to keep as much immersion as I can. I've been wargaming since I was 8 years old, man. Like, fucking, you know, getting grumpy old man syndrome with it. It's sort of, I likes what I likes. That's very much creating a nice looking, tell a story sort of game. You know, I could play competitive, I could do all that crap if I want to, and I do enjoy that sometimes, but it's not what gets me out of bed. It's not what keeps me interested in the game. It's got to be the models. It's got to be, you know, the lore, that sort of thing, like the imaginary shit, you know? That's what keeps me coming back. I've started reading some of the lore for Conquest, some very unique takes on the classic fantasy tropes. You know, some really nitty gritty as well. It's got a bit of a, not too much grimdark, but enough that sort of it feels similar to anyone who's grown up with like Games Workshop, all that sort of nonsense. But it's very unique. It's definitely not like anything I've ever sort of read up on before. They've totally broke the mold with it. So, you know, so far shaping up to be, you know, fun little game, because at the moment I've sort of fallen out of love with 30k, so I'm mostly just playing Old World, which I'm loving. I can't lie, Old World is the tits. But it is nice to have something separate for times when you can't get a game of your favorite game, but also we all got to keep changing it up every now and again to keep, you know, your main sort of interests fresh, because you don't want to stagnate. It's why I have so many fucking armies. Like, I can't stick to one project even if I wanted to. But the good side of that is, you know, constantly trying new stuff. Like, I played Khorne Demons for like 3 months straight with Old World, and I got a bit burnt out with it, and I think that was more of a symptom of the Khorne Demons not doing a lot other than move forward, hit things. Like, there was no magic, no shooting, blah blah blah. But I'll come back to them at some point. but I'm very ready to have a break from them. So something like this, like Christmas break coming up, be nice to have a bit of time, just sit, really lavish some paintwork on them and try and push myself. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting these built, which I'm going to do over the next sort of couple of hours or whatever, and probably start painting them on the weekend when I've actually got some daylight, because that's one of the things, like, you know, do hobby at night time mostly, and I'm doing it by lamp, whereas I want to actually do these very nicely. I need some daylight, so I should invest in a daylight bulb or something. I don't know, whatever, just rambling at this point. But yeah, anyway, that'll do for this fucking video. Thanks for watching.